Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with Stephen Dow from Velocity Mortgage, where we are once again talking about the 50-40-10 or the 60-30-10, or basically getting a seller to carry some of the purchase. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. And yourself?
I'm doing well. Do me a favor, get that marketing thing out of the way so we can talk about how to use this brand new shiny tool.
Okay. Well, again, although I work very happily for Velocity Mortgage Capital, all the ideas and topics discussed on this channel are that of my own. So let's get it going.
Yeah. So I want to talk about how I would use this tool, Stephen. I may dominate this conversation, but feel free to ask questions. Tell me what my students are doing as they're reaching out to you. But I think Dion from Dion Talk is the best example, because this is what I hope happens for everyone.
Right.
Once you understand the 50-40-10 or 60-30-10 or whatever it is for you, my hope, my belief is you use this new tool like I am going to use this new tool.
Right.
I'm going to submit 2 offers. Right. I'm going to submit a cash offer. So let's use Dion's example. So Dion found a fourplex listed at 1.3, where he did the work that I teach about, where I talk about his minimum yield was 10%. He can't earn 10% at 1.3.
Right.
He does the work. He figures it out. He can offer 1.1. 1.1 is a standard loan. It's 25% down, 75%, blah, blah, blah. Good to go.
Right.
That's offer 1. Offer 2 that I told Dion to write, and he did, was a 50-40-10. But here's the wrinkle.
Right.
Now you're going to write it at list price. In this example, 1.3.
Right.
He is then going to get a 50% loan from Velocity Mortgage. I'm going to assume his credit's the same as mine at 6.25 in today's rates. That may change in the future depending on when you watch this.
Right.
But then he's going to get the seller 40%. I told Dion to write that 40% up at 1%.
I remember.
And then Dion's going to bring 10%. So again, let's talk about these 2 loan structures. In loan structure 1, Dion has to take 25% out of his account at 1.1, which is like 325 grand or 312 or whatever. In video 2, Dion is going to overpay, but only take 130 grand out of his account. And his monthly payment is going to be $2,000 less or $1,800 less. So his yield will explode.
Right.
Now let's talk about the seller, the receiver of these 2 offers.
Right.
They are not going to have a choice. They're going to go, hey, do we want to punch out? Right. Meaning get all our cash today and be done and, go party like it's 1999. Or 2, do we feel our property is worth 1.3? We'll get more than half our money now.
Right.
Right. They're going to get 60% now. And they're going to carry 40. Because maybe they want income later. Maybe they don't want it all now. I can tell you with a lot of sellers do not want $1 million landing in their account because it's a prop. I don't know if most people realize this, but you get $1 million in your account. That's a problem for most people. What the freaking hell am I going to do with $1 million? Right? It's shocking to think about. For these sellers, maybe they would like 600 grand now and 500 grand loan. Who knows? Your job as a buyer is to write great offers.
Right.
And in Dion's case, a great offer at 1.1 is cash or loans, and a great offer is 1.3 owner carry 40%.
Right.
Then you sit back and wait. So what I would tell everybody to do is do the work, figure out what a cash number is. In Dion's case, it wasn't list price, it was 1.1.
Right.
I applaud you for doing that work. It's what I teach. You only offer on great deals. But 2, realize you have this new shiny tool. And I have gotten more deals in my life by overpaying and thus getting terms. I've done it a lot. I've overpaid for whole portfolios, but I got terms that would make you blush. So what are your thoughts on all that? I know I rambled for quite a bit. What are people seeing this? Are people calling you going, hey, what can I do? What's this? What's that?
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, again, when we start crunching the numbers, and we present the rate, the prop program features as far as the ease of use and other advantages of the product, it's almost a no-brainer. But again, the circumstances have to allow for that type of setup as far as the ideally
seller,
we do 50 right. If the seller has enough equity and is willing to, then of course. But then again, the flexibility of if the seller doesn't want to carry that much, maybe they can carry only 35%, right? Then we do 55 35, 10, or any kind of combination up to the 90% CLTV. But definitely, definitely looking to use the product not only for 1 to 4 units, but also expanding to multifamily as well. So people are definitely calling just to get the details first.
Yeah.
And then once they get the details, now they're out there like just enthusiastically shopping for opportunities to apply this tool.
Yeah. So again, I think the most important thing is, one, the seller has to be able to say yes. Like if the seller's got 5% equity, it's not going to work.
Not gonna work.
Right. And then the second thing is how you position it, right? You need to position that 40% as a positive, maintain income, lower taxes, right? Just all of those things that we talk about in the course with seller financing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs to be a good thing. And again, you got to realize the seller is only going to say yes if they trust you.
Right.
Realize how you hold yourself, how you present yourself. All of these things are giving the seller vibes, right? If they get a uneasy vibe from you, they're not going to say yes.
Right.
They don't want to foreclose. They're in second position. It's a headache and a hassle. So hold yourself accountable, present yourself,
present all the numbers, really. If they do the work and they crunch numbers, where again, I think in video 1, where we talked about the ideal situation of the 50, 40, 10. And then in some cases, if it's a 10-year balloon, you prefer to pay interest only on the second. Well, then now you can add the other aspect of having interest only for the first 10 years of my 30-year fixed loan as well. So you got, theoretically 90%, combined loan to value interest only.
Yeah. So let's go back to Dion's example and wrap this up.
Yeah.
Let's say they don't like the 1-1, which is his cash number.
Right.
They like the 1-3, but they're uncomfortable holding 40%.
Right.
Congratulations. Ding, ding, ding. You now have a real opportunity. Right. Because again, you could still use this 50, 40, 10 framework.
Right.
Maybe, I think I would probably, in this example, I would want the seller to carry 25% minimum.
Right.
I then would say, well, you know what? We're going to have to do that at 1% to make my numbers work. Because again, I'm an investor. I have to get my right yield, blah, blah, blah. So again, 25% carry. If I was Dion, maybe I put 15% down, because again, he was willing to put 25.
Okay.
So then it's 60% first.
Right.
25%. Second, 15% down.
Right.
So again, just use that framework, control the numbers. It is and has always been about the yield.
Right.
That is what I teach. It's the only number that matters. I compare houses with apartments because of this yield. You now have a sexy new tool into a recession where the seller is going to be motivated perhaps by price, perhaps by terms, or maybe you smash these together.
Right.
So Dion. So Stephen, if somebody wanted to reach out and say, tell me more, I have a deal, want to talk specifics, how do you want them to do that?
Just email me. That'll be the best for now. SDAO@velocitymortgage.com. In the subject line, please put the acronym ORAAT, which stands for one rental at a time. The body of the email, just a simple description of what you're looking for. Address would be great. At the very least, city and state of the area you're looking to shop in. Your mid FICO score, and of course the best number to reach you at. And typically within 24, 48 hours, I'll be in touch.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.